themselves on their mastery and expertise in their field of study? What tips do you have for helping them with things they may have no skills or experience in, like using new technologies, without insulting them or bruising their ego?
You start. Since she mentioned new technology.
Yeah, I know. You know, I think that, I think we talked a little bit about some of it already, meeting them where they are, understanding what their needs are, really understanding what they need to accomplish. Doing the administrative pieces for them, I think, is key, and that does not mean, you know, walking up behind them and like picking up their napkins. That's not what we're talking about. I think what we're talking about is recognizing a lot of the services that we bring actually have a component that that does improve whatever they're doing. I'm thinking of my unit in particular, where a lot of the technologies that we bring initially actually lift an administrative burden and then enable the ability to change teaching and learning. But you sell them on the, look, you don't have to do X, Y, or Z anymore, right? And so I think that that's an easy way in, is to find something that they don't, that is a burden to them, and fix that pain point, and they're much more likely to trust you for your expertise when you come to them and say, have you thought about flipping your classroom? Or have you thought about something that's a little more scary? So build the trust in small increments, I think, is what I would say.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think there's some nice figures all over the place, drawings of ladders going from sort of the terror of doing something new to a increasing level of mastery where you begin to be able to be creative and innovative around technology. And at all times with faculty, it's good to sort of say, hey, at some point we're going to get to a point where you're going to find your voice and find your creativity within this. But it's going to be a process of getting used to things, and each faculty is going to be on their own learning curve. But sitting with them and going through things and letting them drive the technology in a safe way as they progress their skills will get them to the point where they're sort of launched. I often say, and my husband will say, don't use that analogy, but I still do, that often our jobs feel a little bit like Mary Poppins, where you come in and something's a bit of a, shambles, and you come in with the intent to say, at some point, I'm not going to be needed. They're going to launch, they're going to be off on their own, and I can find someplace else that's in shambles and sort of right the ship, so to speak. And I think having faculty realize that you can help them and hold their hand, but not forever, and not do for them, not make decisions for them, really helps with that development and that learning curve process. I think that went way off of what the original
Can I add one
comment
more
was.
thing?
Yeah.
Which was peer-to-peer, right? We all know this. Get your faculty evangelists, and they will teach other faculty. So that's another huge way to build your credibility, is have somebody who has trust in you go talk to the next person, and let them know that they've had a good experience with your organization, or train the trainer, where you're actually training faculty, or supporting faculty and supporting their peers, right? I think is another good model in terms of building that credibility, but also connecting with faculty is to sort of step out of the way as soon as they're launched and encourage them to help teach other faculty.
But you're also talking about this notion of having a champion who
Yes.
positions you.
Yes, absolutely. Part of that is, again, sort of the political capital that you want to build if you want to be successful, is being seen as someone who is respected by other faculty, and who has helped other faculty do good work.
I don't need to answer that because my programs are not ego bruising. I'm not dealing with technology like you guys are.
She said her programs are not ego bruising, so she doesn't need to answer that.
That's not a brag, it's just they're dealing with it. They're dealing with technology. Mine are all curricular programs, and faculty, that's their expertise. I don't need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.